something crazy. Basin stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop, sizzling and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup with in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to 24, we striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Oh, giants, everything is shaking through the walls. We are giants, heart of David, you know it takes just one, and it's time. CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. See me like milk and Oreos, dipped inside the audio platinum.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features two wide receivers who battled last year for the AFC Championship. It's Demaryius Thomas going up against Julian Edelman. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on first down is Brady. And his His first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Rob Gronkowski, he's the cowbell of this offense.
So good that you just can't call him a tight end. You call him a special receiver. Can often line up on the backside of a formation and be the primary target. And no one has more fun in this league than Gronk.
Screen pass to Blunt. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Defensively. Booker on the counter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer, because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him, because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Simeon. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Ryan Allen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to take it. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 61 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. You move forward.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. To throw, it's Brady. He's got time in the pocket. Going deep here for Edelman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got time. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They set up the screen to Booker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker, 25 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. Can't help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you...
LeGarrette Blount, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 73 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Airing it deep for Fowler. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Simeon. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's a... Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Simeon. He's going to go up top again. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So they test out the secondary with a deep ball, but the defense wins this round.
And everything looked right. Beautiful throw, just unable to connect.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They look to throw. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They come out here in the eye. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blount with his 2nd here in this first half. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
20, set. 52, 50, 20.
They'll go to Blount, try and pound it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Looking deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, But what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Hey, check it. 220.
Again, here's Blunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Wait, 20.
Brady gives now to Blunt, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Screen pass to Blunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30, losing 4 yards that time. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Also, the offense staying on the field here. They're not going to punt this thing.
Let's go. 380.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Finding time. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Booker running left. And he's got room. Devontae Booker. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Wait, 20.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Wait, 20. 380.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And now they're in the hurry up. They'll run again with Blunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and adding a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here's Blunt, and some room to roam now. Cuts back, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Patriots are back within a score. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. And we're going to get a timeout here as the play clock was down to 2. And they'll have 2 remaining. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
20.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Airing it deep for Fowler. And that's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
They'll run it. This is Booker. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now out come the Patriots. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down following the run.
Like 20. Hey, bolt 66.
Waiting to throw on second down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to air it out deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. What's that? Now? Oh, what the heck? Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Simeon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And Charles, I got to tell the story of our production meeting the other day. The guys were discussing MVP candidates, and you jumped in and said, hey, we need a collective MVP, the Dallas Cowboys O-line.
And I'm just glad the table supported me when I jumped up on it, because this Dallas offensive line fires me up. Travis Frederick at center, Ronald Leary at left guard, Zach Martin at right guard, Doug Free at right tackle, Tyron Smith at left tackle. They're as good as it is in the league. I think they're the best in the league, clearly. They should be in consideration for the MVP.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Simeon. Airing it deep for Fowler. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
LeGarrette Blount, he's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Long in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And quickly, they get to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Chris Long in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a carry for Blunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. It's
a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Too long for a between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. LeGarrette Blount unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll run it now out of the guns. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. So he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case,
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Blount. And Blount loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now this this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And he's brought down after a good gain. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Virgil Green, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Second down following the incompletion.
20.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. LeGarrette Blount unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll come out in the pistol. Booker on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Running again, and again it's Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shea McClellan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a really nice play to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete. Yeah,
he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Leopard! All right, now, look at 56. Let's go! Look at 56. 3-19. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Muscles him off. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So the confidence here in the offense on 4th down, they're going for it.
Set! Blue! Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. From midfield, here's Brady. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now Brady, he's got time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now Simeon. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely-looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
Green, the tight end, in motion. Simeon. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. He's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck is on his side.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And it's the offense staying on the field on 4th down.
Here we go now.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman from 17 yards out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on 1st down, they did that +3.
And able to find Green. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. And complete into the hands of Fowler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Long getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. It's 4th down. Offense still on the field. They're going for it. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go. Green, 30.
Green, the tight end, in motion.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Patriots coming out now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Well, Charles, Foxborough, never, ever, under any circumstance, an easy place to win. But kudos, hats off, they got it done.
Yeah, and our guy.